Miss Doebel, you've been around Gross Catholic music for as long as I can remember. Ever since I started doing the musicals when I was young, I always saw you around. And I love how you instill a love of music in your students, and I have come to love music more from being in your class. And I just want to thank you for all of the dedication that you've put into our program and how wonderful you've made Gross Catholic Choir.
I like Mrs. Doebel because she's a tall, proud woman who makes me feel better about my height.
Mrs. Doebel, I just wanted to say thank you for all you've done to help me with all my auditions through the years, and for everything you've done in choir and show choir all 3 years I've been here. You've really helped me improve my voice and grow into the person I am today.
Miss Doebel is like a second mom to me. She always has the best stories, and she really knows how to inspire people to be musicians. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be singing today, and I'd like to thank her for that.
Okay, I love Miss Doebel because she's a total bro and she gets me, and she always reminds me to turn my face on during choir, and I love singing with her because it's just like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Mrs. Doebel, choir has always been a place where I can express myself and sing freely. You have always encouraged me to be myself, and for that I'm extremely grateful. You have helped me to develop a lifelong skill, and for that, thank you. I hope you have a great life.
I remember my sophomore year when drama was a mess, and I would come to choir and show choir, and Miss Doebel was in charge of all of those, and she kept us together and made sure that we were all okay and that we didn't fall apart, and it was really meaningful to have a teacher care about us, and it was awesome.
I just wanted to say that I'm really going to miss Kat, and I've enjoyed working with her for all these, not too many years, but the things that I really like about Kat is I think she's like an amazing choir director. I don't know anything about directing choirs, but I know that our choir is the best choir, and they always sound so lovely in Mass. And also I like talking to her about knitting, and I'm just going to miss hanging out with her and just her overall good personality. So good luck, Kat, and I hope you're not a stranger. I probably shouldn't have just clapped there, but bye.
Hey, Mrs. Doebel, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done for me for the past ever since I've been at Gross. I'll never forget sophomore year when you convinced me during Footloose to try out for choir or join choir the next year and try out for show choir. And it's like, that's so weird, but then I did anyway, and that was like the best choir we've ever had, was all those people that you got to come from Footloose to choir the next year. So much fun, I loved it, and I think I've definitely grown as a singer because of you, and I would not be where I am today if not for you. And one of my favorite memories is going to All-State this past year with you, and just being able to spend the whole weekend with you and Coley, and got to really know you very well, and you're one of my favorite people, so thank you for everything.
My favorite thing about working with Miss Doebel this year and a half I've been here has been not only the way we collaborate and she sees the details that I don't see when I'm looking at the big picture, but also that we laugh a lot, we have the same sense of humor. I appreciate her musicianship and the way that she works with students. Our tactics in working with students really complement each other. And so not only have we been able to collaborate successfully, but also we've become pretty good friends in the past 2 years, and I will really miss all of our jokes and hanging out and talking about that stuff. So I hope we have an opportunity in the future to work together again.
Even though I've only had Miss Doebel 1 year, my favorite thing about her is that she treats everyone equally.
I love how Miss Doebel inspired me to sing and go on stage. I probably never would have gotten as involved with music as I would have without her.
Last year during Oklahoma was the first time I really got to talk to Mrs. Doebel, because we were both in the pit, and that's when I realized she was actually really cool and she actually knew her stuff, and it's going to be really different not having her around. I'm going to miss you.
Last year, Miss Doebel helped me through choir, and this year she helped me through show choir, and she's made me a better singer, and I'm gonna miss her a lot.
I remember my freshman year in freshman advisory when Mrs. Doebel came in and called me out and told me I had to be in choir. And I joined choir my sophomore year, and even though I did not continue to pursue it, I really enjoyed it. Lord of the Dance had to be my favorite song, and it made me happy that they did it again this year. I was really glad that I still got to work with Mrs. Doebel through all the musicals and stuff. She will be greatly missed. at Gross Catholic.
All throughout high school, Mrs. Doebel was like a second mom to me. She taught me so many things, and I'm just so thankful that she was always there for me when I needed her, and Gross Catholic won't be the same without her.
Hi. Okay, start over.